Mantis here, and let's get into a new VOD review. Let's get it. We got a Squid Dog EU West, Emerald 4, primarily mid. I'm gonna get into his games. For that, please comment on the video if you can. Please, thank you very much. Now, when you get auto-filled, what champion do you play? Like, for example, top lane, right? So, playing a little bit of jungle, Galio. So when you're auto-filled, it feels like it's almost always a different champion. When you autofill jungle, play a little bit of Amumu. Autofill top, played a little bit of Set. Jungle, Graves, top, Mordekaiser. Your secondary, I think your secondary pick needs to be Nico, needs to be more refined. And then when you just like first time Tristana, first time Nico, it's like really harms your LP in the long run because it's like you can like it's compounding, right? So if you just add them all together, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it's like 6 games given for free. Definitely, I think you should be thinking about doing mid top. I mean, if you do play jungle, but there's definitely tilt spree here. What I think you just need to be a little bit more consistent with your picks. And if you do remove some of these off picks where you're just giving up a free win because you're playing a champion you may not be good on, you definitely in the long run, after 100 games in the next month, you're gonna have a positive win rate. That's for sure. Now looking at your secondary picks, maybe we can suggest something to play. And I do like the set pick because it's uncontested and it's very strong. We just have to learn it, right? What I feel like you need to focus on a top lane pick that you have fun playing with, and you can add to your pool as a fourth pick. But judging by your picks, you don't really play a lot of top lane picks at all, to be honest. Even in previous seasons, none of these champions would go top. Maybe Hecarim or Vladimir, but that's not even last year. Garen, maybe think about the Garen. Garen is a very fairly easy champion to manage. You don't need to play a lot of games on him to get good, right? You need to play like 30 games on him and then you'll finally get good on him, but that's as far as it goes, right? So yeah, I would think about Garen set. I really think that you'd have success on this champ if you just did the correct runes and masteries with bringing in the TP as well. People do take Ignite, so that's pretty interesting. Yeah, that's how I feel about your OPGG. I think you'll definitely have a positive win rate if you remove some of these off picks that you don't really play. But you already, as you can see here, when it's like primarily your main picks in 11 days, you have positive win rate. Even though this is a pretty small sample size, remove the set game, you're 12-7. And in Syndra, see like 4 days ago, you just kind of you mix in these random like you need to stop doing that, right? Be more consistent with your picks. Now let's get into one game. That versus Garen. Killed them early. Killed them again. You die. It was right there, right there. 14 minutes. So like whenever you have time, kind of want to go in 14 minutes and be like, what did I do differently? What could I have done differently? Because like this is the spot where the lead gets given, and we get the lead back, but seems like they just run away with the game right soon after. Right here, this is a very important spot right here. Or even consider watching that. I was gonna take a look at this Kassadin game, I think. It, kill him 1v1. You say your laning is bad, but you kill him 1v1. So here's a game where you get a lead and it doesn't go your way. Maybe there's some inting. Oh, 0, 11, and 0. These guys are trolling you, man. But you know, there's always things you can learn by watching. Graven gets so much at 3 minutes. I mean, that could have been your fault if you're not covering, right? If you're not covering during the invade, that's your fault, right? So yeah, let's look at the invade game real quick. See if you're AFK or not. Because I'm always when I'm playing, like I'm always thinking about okay, what can we do to win, right? And we invade, and I usually invade most of the like if I have Thresh on my team, Nocturne, that's good enough for invading, right? Well, as 5, I'm picking bing 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 bing. Let's go, let's make it happen, right? And then put the Fog of War on your team. But then one rule of thumb is against Braum, never invade. It's never good. So actually, I would personally just because I know that the limits of this champion early game, I would say let's think of a defensive position as opposed to offensive invade. But yeah, that's just a matchup with Braum because we should never invade that guy. Okay, so mid's not covered right now, but are covering your side of the jungle here, which is nice. Make sure you, make sure when you walk, you do have okay, yeah, you do have it revealed here. Let me put the ink app real quick. Put the ink app on real quick. Sorry about that. Perfect. Okay, so obviously it wasn't invade at 3 minutes. I guess the minions come, but you see how he plays lane. This champion's really, I think this champion's a very good champion. Like I think that even if you don't play very well in the lane phase, you come out like even or slightly behind, still deal massive damage to still carry the game. Especially at lower ELOs where people just give up. Yeah, so far lane's good. You have fleet, yeah, for the poke. Probably have MR too. I've seen Kassadin take the Doran shield. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Think fine so far. Okay, in a spot like this is when it's out of your hand. It's like you can't do anything about it. Can't get mad at the outcome here, right? You just gotta keep playing, trying your best to play good, right? Game's looking pretty doomed. Yeah, you can't give up, right? Because like these players, as soon as they make one or two mistakes, they're gonna start tilting, right? And start giving up. Like that's the thing about climbing into diamond, right? You have to be able to carry at least one of these games. If you play like 10 games and you experience like 2 or 3 of these games, you have to be able to carry one at least minimum. especially at the lower ranks of the ELO. So far, it's so good. You're playing pretty well. Not taking too much damage, not getting bullied out of lane, dodging his skill shots. Not doing anything about that. Yeah, he pinged you because it's like don't let this tilt you, right? If this does he pinged you question mark. If you stop to tight to him, if you ping him back, like it's not good. Not good at all, right? You need to be focused on playing the lane. Okay, Zerath's Mia, but he's probably basing. So in a spot like this when I have I have TP, he doesn't have TP, I kinda like to trade with him a little bit. Try to whittle him down, maybe just a little bit, right? And then when you take your reset, because you're gonna take a reset soon, right? You TP with full HP, and then he has like this much HP, or like this much HP, and then you gain a lane advantage, right? I kind of like that. Try to keep that in mind. The spot like this, where it's like he can't threaten to kill you, to be honest, right? And like you can afford to stay here just a little bit longer and try to get some more damage on him. I truly believe that. Yeah, and you do elect to stay, right? Because he can't really kill you. You're playing too well, right? And even if he does chunk you big time, you can just back, and it's all good, right? So yeah, now he's out of mana, right? So he's probably yeah. So not that bad of a situation. Okay, this just needs to be pinged back, right? All right, the game's over. Yeah, guys. Obviously he was tilted, but maybe you said something to him, maybe you didn't. Playing Kassadin and you're just AFK. Well, this is like do patrol. Don't do this anymore. Like look, man. You're giving up advantage to potentially go in as 5 and get a kill early game. They don't even have it covered, right? Imagine, man. Imagine if you just pinged it and went, right? Maybe Salas might have seen us there, but bro, oh my goodness. There's opportunities are lost in the early game when you play like this. When you just AFK, changing music, going to the washroom, like do it before you queue up, right? Don't like you're gonna be playing against better players who do cover lanes, who do invade as 5, right? And like, are you just gonna be AFK in a portion of your games and just lose out on the opportunity to get first blood, lose out on the opportunity to defend, and then you guys get first blooded on? You know, there are things you have to think about when you get into diamond, right? It all starts at the beginning, right? Electrocute in this matchup. Yeah, I'm not sure. Probably have to look it up, but seems like you play a lot of Kassadin, so you should know by now. This is just the spot where it's like we should know when he's getting level 2, and then this minion, right? I thought it was gonna be the range one, right? But very risky to be playing a little bit too close to him, right? Because he can just dash forward, and then if he does, if he did EE and chain you up, you're taking a lot more damage than you did, right? Missed this combo, but like that, really have to be wary about that, especially in other uh matchups as well, like Tristan against Tristana for sure. Okay, King the Mia. Okay, he just he just warded here, right? The for the way that he moved, the way that this guy just moved, I assume that he just warded, right? Whether the assumption is right or wrong, I think it's beneficial to ping it, right? Because I really do believe that he just ward. Yeah, he did ward. He did just ward right now, right? It's just why would he just randomly leave, right? And if you're not pinging that, I mean, you did ping the question mark, but you can also ping the ward, right? Because like he definitely did, he did something fishy there, right? I believe most of the time that's a warding movement. Okay, like that trading. For me, fleet just seems so strong, especially for laning. When you're in lane phase, you have fleet, so hard to lose. I guess electrocute, they have so many squishies, you can just kill them, kill them so quick. Really think about the trades in lane, right? Like what could he have done differently, right? Right there. When you went for the CS, pop this Q, right? But is he popping the Q on the CS on you CSing, or is he popping the Q on the wave here? Right? And you just coincidentally walked in the same spot that he did it, right? Like sometimes you'll notice that some mid laners actually don't want to harass you as a player at these ELOs. They're actually just trying to push the wave. Okay, this guy's probably trying to harass you, but it's an interesting dynamic that if you maneuver properly, you can see that oh these players are playing this way and we can try to beat them. And in this trade right here, it's like man, you just got hit by his Q. It might even be more beneficial to fight in this wave here. I'm not too sure the strength of your champion to be honest against Silas in a 1v1 matchup at this point into the game. I guess he does have a potion over you, so I guess training's not because like if you fight in this wave here, he'll never land his chain on you, right? But I'm guessing that you're relying on your ability to dodge his chain when he does throw it. That's why you backed up here. It's like this trade is actually pretty nice, but because he landed his E on you, he dealt a little bit extra damage, right? Maybe consider that type of engagement instead. And this guy's definitely trying to kill you. He does have ignite, right? You see now you play it like that, but I think you played it in the wave, but you kind of gave up on the idea of playing in the wave. You're like, okay, I can play in this wave. This is pretty good here, right? But you miss auto attack on Salas, and you're like, okay, I'm done. Here's like, congratulations, you can press your buttons. I predicted you pretty much entire lane phase, but like you just have to really think about your trades, right? Just and if you don't understand how to win it, really, you just gotta pop up. Like whenever you have troubles like this, just go like this. You have Dami Sum, boom, and then go to search, go Silas, Then one day ago, Kassadin versus Silas mid, and then see what he runs. Why does he run what he runs? See how you can win, and then boom, different guy. See what he runs. Why does he run it? And see what you could do to win. Anyways, back to the game. I also yeah, good job. On the back here, gonna be looking at a TP. That's fine. That's a good TP. I don't mind that. If laning isn't strong for you, it makes sense though. Like I really think that if you took a different rune, you would have had a better lane phase. But also, you need to think about the way you're trading as well, right? And be more confident in yourself when you are trading those heated moments. Right. So if you notice something that every time, not every time, but there are moments when you use Q and he immediately when you use Q to CS, he immediately engages on you because he knows that if your spell is down, then you're only playing with two spells, and then he can trade with his three spells plus his passive, right? So watch. He knows that this is a low, this is time, right? Boom, you Q, he immediately goes in on you, right? Also because you're going for that CS, he's punishing you when you're CSing, right? So you need to be a little bit more aware of that. Try to counter it. So how do we counter it, right? I want to slow it down for you here. So this is fine. Queuing here is fine. But when you walk up here, try to jiggle step. Walk up and then walk back and see what he does, right? When you just go straight to it and then take the time to auto, then he has time to do this, right? But if you jiggle step, move up and then move down, and he does E forward, you can just walk away, knowing that he's gonna do this big trade on you, right? Yeah, you're gonna sacrifice the CS. You're not gonna get the CS, but you're also not gonna take a bad trade, right? And then when his spells are down, then you trade him, right? And it's just like the cycle of events, right? The ebb and flow of the game, right? Kassadin is asking for a gank. I don't know, man. Master Yi ganking Kassadin lane here. You gotta bait really good to do it. Got no pinks. Got a sweeper and a pink. Okay, he's ready. He's prepped. When you ping like this, you're sacrificing mechanics on clicking, mechanics on CSing, mechanics on trading. Okay, when you ping too much, just keep that in mind, right? We don't want to over ping, but we do want to ping enough to get this guy's attention. So there's a balance, right? There's a balance. Just keep in mind, right? Because there's sometimes that I'm trying to set up a bait and then I'm like focused on where this guy is, and then I misstep a little bit, or I'm pinging this guy. I'm pinging top lane the TP for the Drake, and then I fucking take too much damage, right before the Drake. This is kind of a similar spot. Something to think about. But yeah, this he is not even responding to any of your pings, so it's like okay, there you go. Now he responded. So this is like I don't know. This is just like a low ELO jungler. Like you ping him so many times, he's like okay. He's like, ha, can't get Kassadin. This is never gonna work. Watch. Sweeps, goes. He's like, ah, see, it doesn't work, right? What a waste of time. Fuck you, mid lane, right? I don't know. I don't know what to say about that guy. That guy's just a shitty player. He needs to wait and allow Silas to use his spells on you. Then you go in. Nice time to roam when you push that wave in, but there's no lanes to roam to at the moment. Top is getting diffed hard. Maybe cautious about spending your mana here, because he can kill you soon. He has Ignite, right? I wonder where he went. Oh, you have no mana, man. This is so risky. Because like higher ELO players, they fake backs, right? He can move up here and just wait, and maybe it's better for him to move up this way as opposed to moving up that way. Because when he moves up that way, he has to go the long way around. But when he moves up like this, you don't actually know if he's backing or not, and he could run around here, right? So that was a good pickup on you, understanding that his movement, but cautious of these spots here where it seems like he backs, but he's just waiting and then he shows up and kills you. Game is very sad. But it's like you're playing Kassadin, right? So you need it's like when you're level 6, it's like time to make something happen, right? And now it's a little bit too forced, right? Like, never feel like you have to force something. That's bad, right? Like trading into all these minions here is just too much extra damage. Way too much extra damage. You have to be cautious of this, right? Thin out the wave and then trade better, right? And try to maybe even try to get Master Yi to come again. Like think about it. Look how he played, right? He played so easy. So easy to play against. Play in slow mo so we can show it to you, but you have to pick it up in real time, right? You queue forward, you queue, then he E's, right? And then all you have to do, all you have to do is run this way, right? So his E gets stopped by the caster, right? And then understand that if you do trade into him, you're gonna be trading into all these minions too, right? Each one of them is 30 damage, right? One, two, three, four, five, six. Six casters. Do the math, right? It's a lot of damage. Maybe not trading into all of them, but maybe in another scenario where you trade like that, you are trading into all of them. It's not good, especially in a game where like you need to come out ahead to carry, right? This guy's so shitty, man. Why is he just doing Rift randomly? Actually, no, the Gangplank died, but he probably would have still done Rift regardless of Gangplank dying or not. Again, you're just trading bad, right? Every time you went for a CS, not every time, but sometimes when you go for a CS, he harasses you, right? Because your movements are too telegraphed, right? You're not jiggle stepping, right? Look at all the pros, well, not all the pros, but look at some of the best players. They are jiggle stepping because they know to dodge this, right? And then he ease forward, and then you just walk into it, right? You're not using your minions as a wall, right? So like each individual matchup in League, you have to understand it. That's how you get better at the game. That's why people one tricks. There's a lot of one tricks at higher ELO because they understand every single matchup. It's obvious in this case you don't understand this matchup. It just is. But you can learn it, right? So there's things you can do. I already showed you the dummy sum. And another way of learning is just playing it, right? It's like the more you get shit on, eventually you're gonna be like, okay, I'm tired of getting shit on. I'm gonna beat this guy today, yo. You know, it's like I got shit on 10 times in a row. It's my turn to shit on him. Very good. Very good by you. Very good by you. That's the exact juice you needed to come back into this game. Please don't die here. Please don't start Drake either. Ping him back, man. Gotta ping these idiots back, yo. Oh, what a horrible back, man. Right on the ward, too. You gotta realize she's right there, just chasing you guys, right? She's right here, right now. Right here. Whatever, whatever. She's right there. Same shit. This is just experience, right? You gotta take the back inside the bush. And then you also have to tell these guys to back the fuck up, right? If you know that this is a bad fight and you still allow them to take it without pinging, you're trolling. You know, bing, 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 back, bing, 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 fuck that, Evelyn, back, and then you die back. You know, you'll still die, but maybe these guys they don't int. That bro, it's such a bad death, man. Look how close it is before this scenario. At this spot right here, you guys are only down 200 gold, and this guy is completely shitting on this guy. So that's really really fucking good, right? So you just have to not die. You just have to play your role, right? You have to not die, get lots of CS, get your items. That's all you have to do in this game. The second you die is the second you lose in this game. Because you're gonna be exactly like the other teammates on your team, feeding and useless. And then this year, I've already established that he's a really bad player, so this guy's gonna fumble his lead 100%. So this guy's already useless, useless, useless. So in this guy's god mode, he's worth the strength of at least 3 men. You need to pull your weight here. This is just you pulling your weight. But here, when you play like this, don't even ping back poorly, and you give up cheap deaths to the Evelyn, who's already 3-1. And there's a ward here. Maybe you should have been like, oh man, maybe she's coming, maybe not. You gotta win these games, right? And it's you're able to win these games when you play your role consistently well. You just have to always play consistent and Emerald. That's it. I'd be making these cheap mistakes in these specific games when you have inters on your team. When you're fed and you're like 5-0, okay, you can die one time. It doesn't matter, right? But when it's the build up, the snow before the storm, before the snowball, there's no chance. Can't die. So everyone's probably gonna gank bottom or top soon. We don't have any pinks on the map. Consider buying a pink, just plopping it here and or wording Evelyn camp so we know where she is. Just just a little bit. Nah. This ward doesn't seek Evelyn, right? It has to be on camps. Green wards on camps. Watch out for Evelyn, man, for sure. The next trade you take, Evelyn's probably coming. Like it for me, it's just like I don't know. I guess it's called like intuition a little bit, but also a bit of it is where's the chat right here? It says Evelyn purchased Hex Tech Rocket Belt, so I knew that she was actually in base right here. But then as soon as like it was this kind of trading here, it's like okay, it's pretty obvious that Evelyn's gonna show up pretty soon. That's why this ward is so much more important to have it on her camps, right? Because we'll maybe see her start to camp, but like in this case, she's actually smart enough to come straight here because Silas is low enough to bait. She knows this, and she's coming. It's a pretty good play by her, to be honest. But yeah, it's just a matter of like just knowing that this gank is potentially coming and then playing a little bit differently, right? Maybe try to ask her. Nah, fuck that, right? Just gotta slow it down and not die, right? And you just gotta, when you do commit to the kill, you gotta make it happen, right? Here, I guess you just gotta know your damage, right? A little bit as well. Know it inside out a little bit more, right? Just one Q here will put him pretty low, and then maybe look for the all in after. But maybe you thought you could kill him for sure, but then he does have your ultimate, right? So you have to know that if you do trade, try to go for it. He's gonna R out, and this is unfortunate with the gank, but it's I kind of felt it coming. You have to have pink wards on the map against Evelyn for sure. I think you're just watching here. Just try not to do this. You're just watching, typing. I don't know what you're doing there. Yeah, it would have been nice for you to get that kill on Silas. Don't take bad trade. Don't come back to lane and just start taking bad trades. I do this too sometimes, but I'm trying my best not to do it anymore. Like you just got back to lane, you're full HP, trading into a cannon. Now you're half HP, right? And so Evelyn can come and just kill you, right? That's a good back. But like because you back, Evelyn's gonna gank top. But if you, for example, you stayed and you don't take a bad trade, maybe Evelyn comes to gank mid and you just R away. And then you free up pressure top lane. Right? So by backing, this is a mistake, right? Because you are now in base and you're unable to pressure the map. Right? So it's something to think about. Silas was also roaming top too, so if Yone did survive any longer, Silas would have shown up. And again, it's just a matter of you come back to lane and you just immediately get punished, right away. I'm not sure what happened here. Maybe you hesitated a little bit. I think against Evelyn, like I don't know, I'm just thinking about this theory right now, but against Evelyn, where do we stand in lane, right? If we have no idea where Evelyn is, where do we where do we where should we be standing, right? Like I think I just understand it now, right? We want to be standing in the middle of the lane. What's the reason why we stand in the middle of the lane against Evelyn? Is because if she comes from here, she comes from here on the bot side, you'll have more opportunity to escape better, right? Because like in this case, you click into her, right? Right. So right now we need to immediately turn around, right? But we we take an extra step forward, right? But being in the middle and jiggle stepping, my theory right now, we're gonna be having an easier chance to play against Evelyn. Like we just need pink wards, man. We need wards. We need wards. We need to know where she is. We need to track her. It can't be a matter of, oh, she's here now. It's like really bad. At this point, I can tell that you've given up. I'm gonna stop the replay right here. But I hope anything that I've said helped, and please, man, if you can, comment on the video. Comment on the video. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Good luck on the rest.